All right. Well, good morning again. We got another episode of Yes Way Jose. And I really want to make sure that people know that we have these, we always talk about who we bring on and why. And so we got a very nice lady that has a small business here. We're going to talk to her. We're going to get introduced to her. But we always want to start with the email address. Can we start with that first?
Yeah, we can if you want to. Do you want to start with it?
Let me feel it. Yes.
Okay. YesWayJosemail@gmail.com.
All right. So I want to make sure job descriptions, we had to make some cuts because we're not bringing in the revenue. Oh, it's zero on the revenue. But we cut Eli.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. Well, then
I think you got him a job. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah. So yes, congratulations. He's actually going to try to do some electrical work. And that's really cool. Eli, so you know, Heather, is he's the other counterpart of this. When all this became,
he's my little brother.
Yeah. Well, he's just. It sounded better counterpart. I don't know. Sometimes a brother things are optional.
Yeah.
But the whole idea behind this podcast is to make sure people really get a chance to meet the people in our community doing things, elected officials, business owners, the school system. We really try to bring people on that love our community and want to do good things. And that's why you're here today. But anyway, before we do all that, I always try to remember, first of all, he's officially cut. He's gone, but except editing.
I still make him edit. Yeah.
So he's in a consultant role with the Yes Way Jose program.
He's moved to editor instead of, he's no longer a producer. He's just an editor, I think, at this point.
Hey, you're doing a great job with the email address. But what was that email address again?
It's YesWayJosemail@gmail.com.
That was strategy because I wanted to have it done twice.
That was good. That was a good transition.
See that? And we had it all worked out. But anyway, so good morning to everybody. I want to make sure that people know that every time we have these episodes, way we set them up, they're not always in the time that we do it. We do usually an episode with somebody, and we'll always notify the person that's on the program, hey, this is coming out now, so that you can share it with your friends and say, gosh, that guy is really a cool dude. Oh, meaning me. Because I'm Jose.
Yeah.
Because I'm.
Were you trying to say that, or you're trying to tell them
to show it to
this
everybody?
This might not be whenever it's actually coming out.
Yes, and then they'll see what a great guy I am.
Yeah, we do more than one podcast on a day. That way we don't have to do this every Friday. Yeah.
You don't want to see me every Friday?
No, it's not that. I'm just saying, just for time's sake, you're busy.
Yeah. You're busy too.
Yeah, I'm not as busy.
No, it's all good stuff. Hey, again, good morning, and a lot of good stuff happening as we do these episodes. We've got a skate park working now, aquatic center. Man, it's coming along really good. That's the first time, but I know I try to tally. I'm doing not a good job of saying aquatic center at least 2,000 times.
I mean, not 2,000, but you are getting at least 2 per episode, I would say.
Yeah, I think we got to be. That's not a good average.
I mean, it depends on how much you want it to be.
I mean, it's an aquatic center. It's going to be such a big thing with the community, right? It's 2 times, right? And we'll make Heather say it about 10 times. And then our downtown area is coming along. That's what Heather's going to be talking about today a little bit. But I just know that the town square is being done now. We've done some beautiful things on the cosmetic side of things on the First Street side of the park. Got all the good stuff happening on the other side. So we've got the playground going right now. I've seen all that going. We have the stormwater line getting started now.
Yeah.
A lot of things are going to happen. Next spring is going to be a fun time for everybody to see all these projects coming together. So, and then, Memorial Weekend, we're going to open up the Aquatic Center 3 times.
That's 3 times. There you go.
All right. So I'll at least be my average.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, with all that said, it's exciting times for us.
You'll probably get another one in there.
I will. And this episode, I don't know that it'll come out before the Halloween, but we've got a Halloween walk this year, and we're doing.
I saw that.
And we're doing it at nighttime.
Yeah, I saw.
We're all dressing
costumes are encouraged.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be dressing up.
Are you?
Oh yeah. I'll dress up as the mayor.
As the mayor? Well, that's an easy costume,
No,
I guess.
it's Halloween. My wife would not let me do something so boring.
I was about to say, usually you go all out.
I've got
Beetlejuice and stuff.
Yeah, but I got a cool one this time, so it's gonna be fun. So
okay,
we'll try to have fun while we're doing this.
It's a secret, I guess.
Top secret.
Yeah,
stuff.
top secret.
Yeah, but I always tell things. If you don't want it to get out in the public, don't tell me.
Yeah,
because if I know, it's high probability I'm going to tell somebody.
Kind of the mayor's job is to
No, but
spread
don't.
the word about things.
I'm not very good at keeping secrets. Ask anybody. I'm so itching.
You would not be a good hairdresser then.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So first of all, that's a great entrance. So first of all, we have Miss Heather Postlewait here, and I want to say first of all, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And we're glad to have you here. And really, the focus today is you're a small business, and as I always call my small businesses here in the community, risk takers. You had a dream, you had a vision, and you wanted to do this. So I want the public to know in this podcast a little bit about you, talk a little bit about your life, how you grew up, and then the ultimate, why did you do this? So start with a little bit about yourself and your family.
Okay, so my name is Heather Postlewait. I'm 28 now. I had to think about that one. 28.
I remember
Yes.
28. That's
like,
many,
oh,
many,
it's, you know.
many,
That's
many
around
moons
the
ago.
age. That's around the age when you start having to think about it. You're like, how old am I? Yeah.
Too old. Already feel old.
No, you're.
Oh, yeah. Staying on my feet all day, it takes a toll on you, for
Okay.
sure.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I have a 5-year-old daughter named Rylan, and then a
I have
3-year-old
better.
daughter named Lily. So
Okay.
2 little girls that I chase around all the time.
Yeah.
And a wonderful husband. His
Yeah.
name is Ryan.
He's a good dude.
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
he's a good dude.
He is.
He worked beautifully on that place of yours.
He did.
He did a great job.
He
when
did
you
a
it.
lot.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So where did you grow up?
Well, I moved to Shepherdsville when I was 10.
Okay.
So I attended Roby and Bullitt Lick and Bullitt
Okay.
Central.
Okay. So you're pretty much
yeah.
homegrown here.
Yep,
Yeah.
pretty much.
All right. So you grew up here and got married and 2 girls. And what did you do before you had the business? I guess that's my first question for you.
I was a hairdresser in Elizabethtown.
Okay.
Yes, for about 5 years or 6 years there. So I built up my clientele there. So don't get me wrong, I do have clients here in Shepherdsville, but a lot of mine come from surrounding areas.
Okay.
I have a couple that come from like Horse Cave,
Oh, wow.
Elizabethtown, Indiana.
Can you do anything with my hair?
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's not much you can do with that. I can
There's
send you
3.
wigs,
Hey, she's honest.
a hat.
Can she braid it? Can you braid it?
No, but I can get you a hat for it. Graceful Beauty hat.
That's why I wear a hat.
Okay, we're laughing at my expense. When did this part become?
You can grow out the back. She can braid it.
When did it come that we have fun at the Mayor Jose podcast?
I think you should do the skullet.
The skullet.
The skullet.
What is a skullet?
It's just where you have a mullet, but just nothing on top.
Oh, no.
That's a hard.
wouldn't.
Heather, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to
don't
do
do
that. So
that.
thank you for at least encouraging me that you're going to do something for me. Right? That was at least a problem solving.
I
You
will
were
bring you a
solving.
hat, yeah.
Bring me a hat. Well, thank you for that. All right, so you got E-Town Group. You decide now. What made you decide to have your own beauty salon? And we love it that you're here in Shepherdsville.
Right.
Well, tell me about that.
Well, I wanted to create an environment that I wanted to work in, if that makes sense. So, like, when you work in a salon, if you don't own it, you're either commission or you're booth, right? And, you know, you work for someone else, essentially. And so I wanted to work for myself, and I wanted to make an environment where everyone loved coming to work. And so I have 4 other stylists that work with me. And so it's great because there's 5 women, but we never have any drama. We don't have any arguments,
Whoa.
and that is rare.
Whoa, I'm going to stop the podcast.
Yes.
I love the women at City Hall. No drama.
I love
No
that. I love that
drama.
you acknowledge it. You're like, we've never even had.
No,
like,
we don't.
She's like,
We
well,
don't even
I know.
have
Just good.
arguments.
No, I think
We
it's
don't
great.
even have
I think it's great.
arguments,
I just,
nothing.
I mean, but that's kind of like a small miracle. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's
I'm
not.
sure I'm going to have some of the people go like, "Hey, we heard you, Mayor."
She said it, not us.
It's
I
in the
know.
industry. It's very rare. It's very rare because I have younger girls that work with me, and we support one another, but also support other people, and that's also rare.
Okay.
In this industry,
No,
because
I
like
think
it
it's
can be
great.
cutthroat. At other places.
Yeah, you want your clients.
for sure.
You want as many clients as you can get.
But
yeah.
it's like we all understand though, like everyone has a client for their chair, and who is meant to be in your chair will be in your chair, and not everyone is going to vibe with you, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You don't want someone in your chair that you don't, necessarily vibe with or get along with or have the same, morals or qualities.
Yep.
And so it's great to find young ladies that have the same thinking as me too in that aspect. But then they're also just so respectful and go-getters. And I've been truly blessed with amazing girls in my salon.
Yeah,
for sure.
I got a couple thoughts here. First of all, I was always told, when I first started campaigning, I had a friend of mine say, "Hey, you need to go to the barbershop. You sit in there, and that's where all the things get conversations about, right? You sit in there." So I think it is interesting what
But
you
you're like,
learn.
I don't have hair though.
Well, also,
So I wouldn't definitely go into a beauty salon. I asked my wife to go there.
it's also really cool though because since it used to be a barber shop for 70 years,
yeah.
people come in and they'll share their stories of like what they did in the barber shop.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's
it is
cool.
really cool.
Yeah, I think that I guess I didn't think too much about just you talking about like morals and different topics and and then people are creature of habit, right? You want to make sure that you got it's like I sit in the same try to sit in the same place in the pew at church.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so everybody has their seat, right?
Yeah, I do
it doesn't
too.
have a name on it, but it's
But
your
you know.
seat. You know what seat you're supposed
You
to
know.
go to. So I'm sure it's the same way the beauty salon. So obviously it's downtown, and the name of your beauty salon is. I want you to you say it instead of me.
Yes. Graceful Beauty Hair Salon.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think it's great. And like I said, the place is beautiful. You've done a great job with it, and a lot to Ryan, and thank him for his work. And we saw that, we knew it. You told us, but when we went to the ribbon cutting, so you've been there how long now? 2 years?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Okay.
It was in March when I
Okay.
opened.
Okay. Well, so like I said, it looks like it's great. Downtown area, we talk a lot about that, letting people know that we want to change the dynamic. It's like you just go through there. You don't go any other reason unless you go down to the court. If you got something to do with the judicial court or you got something to do with fiscal court, there's really not that much down there. So it's changed a lot, investments in the buildings down there and wanting to change the businesses that are down there. Obviously everybody knows about Salt River Brewing and the ice cream shop and the coffee and wine that's coming. Ladybug, can't forget.
I love her so much. So
She's a sweet lady and a lot of nice little gifts, and especially when we think about things that you want, people want personalized things anymore, not more just generic things that you buy, something with a name on, something that's more personable for Christmas. So you always look at those ideas. They have a lot of stuff there. So we feel like as we continue to do the town square and the park, that it's going to have more traffic. And so people will just know who you are. Oh, I didn't know this was here. Let me talk and check in here. They might want to find something closer. We want people to do as many things in the city of Shepherdsville, right? We don't want you to go away. We don't want you to go to Mount Washington or E-Town or even Louisville. We don't want you to go there. We want you to see if you can get it done here. So you obviously offer a great service for people. You're just getting started with Shepherdsville. If you've got that kind of clientele outside, it's going to continue to grow.
Oh, absolutely. That's been a great thing too, because all of my clients, they normally didn't come to Shepherdsville for anything. So it was really exciting for me to open up in my hometown where they can come and see all the things. Yeah. And then, they'll bring their kids. And then, of course, when they leave from getting their hair done, they'll go get ice cream. Sure. Or they'll go out for lunch. Yeah. So, they really like it. They like the location, too. They think it's so cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. And then, when they get down there, Heather's going to be saying I'm the best mayor ever.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. We'll have to get a flyer to put in the window.
Yeah, and just pass out here. Here he is. Here's a picture of him. He's great.
You mean hang it up in there?
Yeah. So I gotta have a joke here, because I was at my father's church. I have to tell this joke. So a couple of Sundays ago, he taps me on the shoulder and he says, "Hey, I like that statue that they're building of you at Joby Hall in Buckman." I go, "What?" He started laughing. I said, "No, that's just my legs. That statue is about 50 foot tall." And so that's our running joke.
You're talking about the
archway,
the
archway for the town square. I thought that was. So I want to make sure on the podcast, no, there's no statue being built of the mayor. It's not happening. Funny. But it is funny. But it's going to be a great area there. There's a lot of things that come down to light up Shepherdsville, all of our 4th of July stuff. So, we want the businesses down there. You're getting your traffic now, but I tend to believe that you're going to see so much more happening in the next couple of years. We have our different events in the park. We have activities like twice a month going on all the time in the park. So it gives people a chance just to walk downtown. Aesthetically, we're going to keep working on the sidewalks there. We understand the flooding piece. It's a challenge for us, and we're going to continue working with the Corps of Engineers and trying to figure out ways that we can make sure that we can minimize the kind of the flooding that happens actually in the city. It's always that once every 30 years, but you always concern yourself. It could happen tomorrow. Yeah. It could happen tomorrow if it had that kind of rain.
The problem too is if you could probably stop it there, but if you stop it there, it's going to flood somewhere else.
Yeah, water's going to go where it needs to go.
Right.
But I do think our downtown area is really changing. It's kind of nice to see the transformation of just having good things down there. And again, I'll say this to you, as every small business, Heather, thank you for being a part of Shepherdsville. Thank you for doing that. And I'm really sorry you can't do anything with my hair.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I absolutely love being a part of it. And I think, too, ever since the other businesses and the communities, kind of came together, there's been a lot of events. Like you said, either at the Salt River Brewery, the ice cream shop. I was just at an event at Troutman's, and it's we're all kind of pulling in together.
I like that new relationship.
And I love that.
They got Labubus now. I saw that. Yeah. See, they got Labubus now at Troutman's.
No, I didn't.
Okay. So hold on. Okay, for the older guy on this podcast,
my wife and my daughter.
I need to know what that means.
It's like this little I don't even know what it is. It's like this little stuffed animal looking thing.
Yeah, it's like a little trinket stuffed animal looking thing. To me, I don't really like them. They kind of look a little, scary with their teeth.
Gremlins or something.
Gremlins? You know that old book, Where the Wild Things Are, that little kid's book?
No.
They kind of look like that. I feel like the little dude. Yeah. They kind of look like that.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
People love people love them. My wife, my kids, they love them. They want. I don't know what they do with them. They just Labubu. I don't know.
Labubu.
And you don't know which one you're getting until you open it up, and it's different colors and stuff. So there's that aspect to it too.
It's like the Smurfs.
You can't find them because they sell so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the podcast today, yes, wait, Jose,
there's like fake ones.
Labubu's.
There's counterfeit ones.
Oh, remember they had the counterfeit Beanie Babies? Remember all that?
Yeah, well, that's what it is. There's Labubus, and then there's what's it called, Lafufus or something like that. Like that's what they call the fake ones.
Well, for everybody that's listening to this podcast, you're learning a whole lot about
there you go. But anyway, Travis has them. They showed that they had them yesterday.
Yeah. I get all my shirts there. Look at that. Yeah, I like them.
They're always with the times, though. They always have the new stuff. So,
and we've had them on the show too. Yeah. So we really want to make sure that you all know that. And I appreciate those kind of partnerships because you guys working together are going to help each other because you have a service, they have a service that's different that you can help each other out. And everybody's looking for referrals. And and I'm a firm believer as mayor that I want to have a service given to me by somebody in the local community first. I really want to make sure I could do that. And I think we've got some good people doing good things. And so, like I said, obviously, we always truly wish you the very best with your service, because like I said, you're in that downtown area that's just going to continue to get better. And like I said, I think for people to see the growth, and again, we look at housing. We know that traffic is still an issue. I on this podcast, sometimes me and Travis have some fun with the kind of things that are said on Facebook. I've done podcasts where it says facts versus Facebook. I appreciate everybody's opinions and feelings, but can you get a little fact in there and make sure you understand exactly, okay, we're not going to have on this podcast, we're not going to talk about county roads, city roads, and as far as which ones get fixed or state or federal. It's important for people to understand where they live, who's responsible for that road, and who to contact. If it's in the city, please reach out to me. We've got a lot of things working. We've done so much more. 2 years, 8 months, we've done more as far as cleaning up roads and drainages and all that than we did the last 15 years. Yeah. And if anybody wants to take that personally, you can do that because I have facts that show that there's been a neglect, and now that we're bringing this in, the pride that's coming into Shepherdsville. It used to be, you would say, where do you live? Oh, Shepherdsville. Oh, Shepherdsville. Oh, okay, that's nice. And then now it's like, oh, you got an aquatic center 4 times. Yeah. And so you get to hear about playgrounds that are coming. You see the aesthetics of the park. I mean, it's really turning around. We've really fixed everything up. Nice fencing through there. We fixed up that playground, and we're gonna have that playground, but we're gonna have the bigger one on the other side, plus the splash pad over there for the kids. So if you don't go to the aquatic center 5 times, that you at least get somewhere you can run in some water and have some fun with the playground. There's some picnic areas there. So we're going to make things available for people to be 5 minutes from their home or 10 minutes away from home instead of 30 minutes. And and in that process, the traffic, as you mentioned downtown, people will see your business and know that you're there. I mean, a lot of times it's just sometimes you're not even thinking about it, but then you go through there like, oh wow. Oh, and then the memories, like you said, I think that's great that people want to come in and talk about that because it does let people know that you're still carrying on a tradition. You're still, yes. It's not men's, but it's women's, but you're still doing hair.
We still have the old original fridge that was in the barbershop, and I use it. It works.
It works.
Holds the client waters. Yes.
They don't make things like they used to make.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's an old guy saying. Yeah. They don't make things
I agree.
like
People think it's so cool. I've had people walk in, go into the ice cream shop or to the brewery, and they just open the front door and they just look, just because they want to look. And then I've had a couple different events that pull local vendors in, and it's not even for people to come get their hair done. It's to come see them and just kind of be nosy, look around. That way they don't feel pressured and they feel invited. So I definitely think that that's super important, and I can't wait because right now, whenever my husband gets off work early, he'll come get my kids, and then when I get off, we'll walk down there and get ice cream. So knowing that the park and all that's going to be open,
absolutely,
I'm excited.
Absolutely, some good stuff. Well, I think that's what we want to try. We are working on building a community, and what's really nice about it, like you mentioned about Troutman's and other business partners, that's what we want. The more that everybody takes pride in this community, we're going to work together to keep building it up, taking care of it. That's going to happen. And so if we watch what we look like today, look at what's going to happen in the next couple of years. I mean, we mentioned all the projects are going to be done. We're going to keep working on connectivity. We want more people to walk around the city. I mean, that's a challenge for us. I mean, we don't have sidewalks. We will have sidewalks, and we are working on some of that now. But it'll take some time. Concrete's not
cheap. No, it's not.
So, but we know we need to have it. It's just nice to see if you had some nice, spring weather or fall weather and you're walking around, right? You got a cup of coffee and you're walking around the town. If you come into town and spending time with us, we want you to know we want to be that kind of welcoming. But we are working on better shopping and we really want restaurants.
My wife's still waiting for a Target.
Okay. And listen, Target, Kohl's.
Look, for me,
TJ Maxx. I've heard TJ Maxx. I don't know, these places. I don't shop. My wife does the shopping.
For me, you can keep the Target away from here as long as possible because it will help my bank account. But she's still waiting for it though.
So you'll be the guy working at Walmart.
Yeah, probably. Be highlighting take a second job.
My name is Travis. Can you see a receipt, please?
Yeah,
check it off. Well, I think it's really important for people to get excited about the city.
Absolutely.
I think the fact that you were 10 years old, your formidable years were during that time. And I think the fact that you've made a commitment, it says a lot about you and your family that you're going to be here for the long haul, right? You're here. You're in it to win it.
Yes.
And your investments in it. We always talk about skin in the game. Well, you got skin in the game, obviously. But we want people to know your business, and is there an email address or a website that you'd like people to go to? Or
yeah, we have a booking website, and it's gracefulbeauty.com. That's just it, gracefulbeautyhairsalon.com.
Okay. Well, we want people to know, reach out to you, Heather, because like I said, I think the fact that you got 5 women working together. No drama. I heard no drama. Did you hear?
I heard no drama.
Amazing.
I heard no drama. Yeah. They really are. Yeah. You should hear them with their clients.
Yeah.
And
sometimes people go in there for the drama, though. They want to hear it.
Oh, we do not do that there. And I think that's what sets my salon apart, though, too, is because these girls are so encouraging and uplifting. And, I'll be with my clients, and I'll hear their side conversations, and they're so invested in their clients. They truly love to get to know them and be there for them. And that's the reason why I do it. Yes, I do like to make people look pretty, but I do it though for the clients.
If you didn't, this would be a bad job.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. But it's I do it though to build those relationships, because if you're really thinking about it, and I don't know, no offense to guys, you probably don't really honestly think about it, right? Mm-hmm. But as for a hairdresser, we are there for their most important moments of their life.
Oh, sure.
If they're pregnant and going to have a child, or their child is graduating high school,
absolutely,
or going to prom, or if they're getting married. Mm-hmm. And we are unfortunately there for when they don't have the best moments, like through a divorce or loss, things like that.
They're re-identifying themselves. That's really interesting perspective. I don't think of it like that. I do know those things happen at those times. You get you fix up, you get nice dresses, and you fix your hair up real nice. And I didn't hear that she could make me look pretty.
No, she said you're a lost cause, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I think you said that.
Yeah, well,
Heather's too nice.
That's what I heard.
Heather's really nice. See, that's the difference between, but we may have to make some job changes.
Look, I cut my own hair, so it's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
My wife.
I was wondering what was up with that, but you're also wearing a hat, so
early balding, it's fine. I just buzz it.
It's fine.
So my wife cuts my 3.
Okay. Well, it's fine.
That's me in the future.
Well, Heather, first of all, what would you like people to know about your business or anything like that? But what do you want to see for this community? We talk about the park, but just tell me, what is it that you want to see in the next 5, 10, and 20 years from here for your family and every family that lives here in Shepherdsville?
Well, it was kind of ties into what you mentioned earlier with the park and everything opening up. People just walking around, being more of a community. I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I feel like for a while, not a lot of people were communicating very well and just not really together.
Engaged.
And I feel like when the flood, though, happened, this spring, a lot of people did come together. Churches and other businesses all were like, how can we help you? And it was so awesome to see that, especially for these businesses that were right about to open, and they got flooded and pushed back.
Worst timing.
But they did not let that stop them, though. No. I was very impressed. But a lot of people just came together, and I think coming together, but without a tragedy. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's great. That's a great analogy. That's a great story, because it was a great time for everybody coming together. We all pitched in and did things that helped everybody get back.
So just supporting one another, I love to see that, and then just seeing everyone grow, and I'm excited for that. But also just to have more things offered in the community.
Oh yeah,
and inviting other businesses to be a part of other things for sure. So
well, I want to first of all, like I said, thank you for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
She was so nervous and thought
she was nervous.
She did good. The Inquisition.
Yeah, right.
Coming on to the Yes Way Jose program to go for the Inquisition. We have questions for you, and we are not afraid to waterboard.
Oh my gosh!
No. You know what I've learned around here? We don't waterboard. We just bourbon. We use bourbon instead of water.
Bourbon board.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's just in Kentucky.
Yeah.
It's weird. People keep coming back. It's
I want to confess some more. All right. Oh my goodness. So this is how the show goes. We have a lot of fun with it, but I tell you what, I really like it that we have people like yourself. First of all, the risk taker part of it. Love your family, cute little girls, and I think the world of your husband. The fact that he really put his heart and soul in that building.
He did. He loves me a lot.
Yeah, he loved. Oh,
but honestly,
you should come.
Him, Courtney. I mean, I've had so many people that have been so supportive. Yeah. So many people. I'm very blessed. Yeah. Very blessed. And whenever I first decided to open up the salon, you know, I was definitely nervous about taking that risk, right? Because it is a huge risk.
It is a
moving
risk.
And like, you know, there's a statistic behind it. Like when a hairdresser moves, you lose like a certain percentage of your clientele because they don't want to follow you. I didn't really run into that.
Oh, good.
No one really had an issue following with me. And so I was really excited about that.
That's cool too because it's not like a short drive. Like
no,
from
it's not.
E-Town.
It's a 45-minute drive.
Horse caves down the road.
She comes to get her hair cut. It takes her longer one way to drive to me than it does just to cut her hair. So like the full drive, I mean, I love her. She's amazing too.
Cool. That's cool.
But, you know, I definitely feel like it was put on my heart from God to open it and in that location. And, you know, I just followed it. He put it on my heart and I did it. And I've been blessed so many times.
Yeah, so many times. I love what you're doing there. You got a great venue. And I learned a little bit more about there. I mean, I understand the relationships. You know, in a sales or service position, it's about relationships. You know, when people talk about, what do? I'm invested in people, right? I'm in the people business. And whatever service you have, if you handle that service with quality, but if you engaged and build those relationships, you have a loyalty that goes on forever.
Absolutely.
And I think it's really good. So it's very exciting to have you on the program. We're going to keep watching what you're doing there. The downtown area is going to grow. The city's going to grow. And as it grows, there's more folks that are going to come to live here, maybe potential clients, you know, people with hair.
Yeah, people were there. Yeah,
that seems to be
preferably.
Is that a qualification?
I mean,
I think
a little
so.
bit.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard.
You can only do so much if you don't.
Style my beard.
Well, Heather, thanks for being on the show. But we have one last thing that you have to do.
Oh goodness!
Yeah, everybody has to do it.
What? Say the aquatic center?
Well,
Center.
See,
she did it though.
I did.
But no, there's another thing.
So every episode when we finish up, we always have every guest, and I make my mother-in-law do this. All my grandkids. Everybody says it. Love, peace, chicken grease.
You know, I heard that was your saying.
Yeah, it is my saying.
And I think Pam put that on a T-shirt for you
she did.
Some kind of pajama walk or
she
something.
Did.
Don't ask what chicken grease is. Last I checked, they don't.
It's just chicken grease. It's from a dumb movie about 20 years ago, and I've been using it for about 10 years. Okay. Kids love it when I go to the schools, and we just go 1, 2, 3, love, peace, chicken grease. And it's just the whole idea. I want people to have fun. You know, I'm really enjoying being mayor, but I'm enjoying it because I see the byproduct of everybody coming together. I see us really taking pride in this community. We really do have a good community. A lot of good people. We got financial resources to do things. We got the people that want to do it. We're just getting started, and I think it's exciting for people to realize that this is the way we should be. There's no turning back. We're not going to go back to the old ways. We're going to actually think about our kids, grandkids, and our great-grandkids. We're going to offer them and have more for them as they look forward to saying, you know, why don't I just stay here? I like it here. I like it here. I can go other places and visit places, but this is my home, and I want it to be their home, and I want to have pride in that. So, with that said, are you ready?
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3. Love, peace, chicken grease. Thank you all for listening and watching. Thank you, Miss Heather.
Thank you.